Welcome to the first day of computer science. You will find all of our work in the classwork section. Rarely will you see anything show up in the stream. Only if I have an immediate email or information I need to go out to will it ever show up here. In classwork, everything will be organized by the 7 weeks we have together. It's technically 8 because we have 2 half weeks. There is a class web page. The class web page will have it's for the whole 7th grade. You will see the current week's work that we're working on show up here, as well as anything that's due. This is a way that your parents can also see what we're working on in class. This document, I'm going to go through in just a second what that looks like. Each week you will have a document. This weekly document has everything you need in it. It's going to have the learning targets we're going to cover for that week, the lessons that we'll be covering, any videos, including the launch videos. So every launch video that I go through at the beginning of class in case you missed that day. And then it tells you which lessons you need to complete in Tinker. We will be working in the Tinker environment. Generally, you'll have one question to answer in Google Classroom each week. Sometimes I'll ask you to respond to 2 classmates. Other times I will not. And there are optional challenges if you're someone that really likes coding and you want to go above and beyond. There'll be some optional challenges for you in there each week as well. So each day we will start with a launch where I will introduce you to the concepts that we're going to cover for that week, any new code blocks that we'll be covering, and vocabulary. Those are also linked here in the news section of the document. So you can see this first week there is a whole lot going on. So we'll have a lot of new stuff to learn this first week in. And then each week I will give you a grade, basically, but it's not really a grade for the grade book, but it's just to let your adults know if you've been completing the work we're doing in classroom. The only thing graded in here is projects, so there's not a lot of grades. So you'll see a rubric that's assigned onto here. So if I just go into someone, none of you have done anything yet, so you obviously won't see it. But here in the lessons completed, it says all lessons completed and quizzes passed with 90% or higher. Almost all the lessons completed fully, quiz passed with 80% correct, and then half of the work is completed and quizzes may or may not have been taken as a C, and very little work completed as a D. If you do nothing, I will give you a 0 for that. This will go into the grade book, but as a no count grade, just again, so your family has an idea of if you're doing the work that we're doing together in class or not. To get into Tinker, you're going to go to tinker.com. You can also just search for Tinker and this will show up. You'll sign in, and we already have a Google Classroom or a Tinker Classroom that's created from the Google Classroom. So you'll click on Student, and then you'll sign in with your Google account. So you'll click on Google, and it'll have you sign in as a student. It's putting me as an adult, obviously, because I have these classes. You will see our class show up. It'll be Computer Science 7, Shagam, 1:30 p.m. or 2:30 if you're in the 2:30 class. And right now there's nothing assigned to us, but you'll see in lessons, the lessons will show up here. I will release the lessons as we do them to keep you on target for completing the lessons each day and not going ahead. I can see your progress through the gradebook. So when I go in, I will see your name and what you've completed. And that's how I will know if you are doing the work we are doing together in class. Today we will complete lesson 1 together in class.